Hey everybody, Bill Murphy here with MMORPG and GameSpace.com, giving you a first look at the brand new release of Hob, the definitive edition from Perfect World Entertainment and the now defunct Runic Games, brought over and ported by the same guys that actually did Doom and Warframe and all those other awesome ports to the Nintendo Switch here. So I just wanted to give you a look at Hob, give you my first impressions as we put this over at NintendoOnly.com. That's right, a brand new website, a new blog, very casual blog that's going to be focused on just reviews, editorials, opinion pieces, and interviews and stuff like that, all around the Nintendo space. We're not going to be trying to compete with the biggest news outlets out there. It's really just a passion project for people that like Nintendo platforms, Nintendo games, and the sort of culture around it, which is me, since I was about 5 years old. So we are going to go ahead and kind of just show you everything about Hob. In case you're not familiar with this game, Hob is kind of like Zelda, so it's fitting that it finally came to the Nintendo Switch. However, what differs from Zelda is that it's not really about a bunch of dungeons and towns and trying to save the world. Hob is one massive dungeon. The whole game is like a dungeon. This is about maybe an hour into the game so far, and you have a main quest that you sort of work your way towards, which is right there, as you can see. But other than that, this is each section of this world is moving. It's sort of both organic and robotic. It's machine and lifelike at the same time, but it's also being overrun by some pretty nasty stuff, which, let's see, I can't honestly remember what I'm doing right now at this point in the game, so we'll just wander around. So every single area of this game is a puzzle. If you always loved the puzzles in Zelda games and figuring out what exactly you need to do to unlock the next step, this is it. And it uses that same sort of Zelda-like sense of exploration where you go find something that maybe you can't access right now, but when you get something interesting, you can come back and access it later. Now, this is the growth stuff that I was talking about. I can't fight these arms. They're just keeping me from going there. I'm assuming that later, at some point, I will be able to fight these arms. In the meantime, I'm trying to start this big machine. We're probably not going to get to do that before this little sort of Let's Play is up, this little preview of Hob running in 1080 and 60 frames per second. This is the definitive edition, after all, on the Nintendo Switch. It does not run, obviously, in 1080 or 60 frames in handheld mode, but in handheld mode, it's still a pretty good game, just a little more jaggy, just like all other handheld versions of Nintendo Switch games. So this guy up here, I already got this, but they carry stuff in them that's like energy, robotic sort of energy, and you could use that to upgrade your character, upgrade your Hob, little Hob here. So he's organic and everything like that. He's pretty cute looking, but see that big nasty arm he's got that I can do cool stuff like this? His arm was cut off in the opening salvo of the game, the very first brief few minutes. One of the robot creatures that lives in this world awoke you from your sleep and basically said, hey, I need your help. And as you were trying to help him, you got your arm cut off by a nasty monster, and he took off his own arm to save you and gave it to you. So now you look like Ben Grimm from, Fantastic Four, at least on your arm. So I'm trying to figure out this world and try to unlock everything as it goes, right? That's the whole point. But what I can't really do is figure out what I'm supposed to do next. So I've turned on, see all these blue lights here? I've turned on the power to those blue lights, and there are holes in the ground. So I'm wondering if I go down one of the holes in the ground, if I might be able to figure out what's next. Because this thing, it looks important. I can't get there. This stuff also looks really important. Can't do anything. So we're gonna find a place to go. And try to figure out what's going on underneath this world. Can't do anything with this ball here yet. I don't think I've unlocked the skills I necessarily need. So we fall down the world. Oh, we're gonna get some. There's currency in the game. You actually can upgrade your skills, and notice that it saves pretty frequently. If you ever get stuck and you want to quick travel back to a place, you can actually respawn yourself back at a base. See, it looks like I need to be over there, I'm telling you, but I think I've already done that part, so let's go back up the stairs here. See where we pop out. See, that lightning rod is, that's suspicious, I'd say. This is one of the little save icons. These little things pop up all over the world. As you unlock them, you unlock save spots. But I still can't really figure out what I need to be doing here. I mean, it's that kind of game, you know, where when you do figure out a puzzle, you're going to be like, oh, of course. But in the meantime, you're just wandering around like I am, going, what the heck am I supposed to be doing? And my quest is up here. It took me maybe half an hour to figure out how to get up here in the first place. Like, part of the whole adventure is figuring out where to go and how to get there. And that's the beauty of Hob. So this is a fast teleport zone here. See? Those things are nice to get to, but I don't actually need to fast travel right now. I need to figure out how to get this machine started. There is combat in Hob. Notice the sword that I have and everything like that, and of course the awesome punch, which can also be used to break through certain walls. There is targeting, kind of like Zelda Ocarina of Time and all the recent 3D Zeldas, where you can target an enemy and strafe around it and block and so forth. So yeah, but the combat is like, it's not the main focus of the game, which is nice, you know? Alright, so here we are. I think I can... Did I already turn this on? I think I already turned this on. If I didn't, it would be popping up. Yeah, I already turned this whole battery on, so there's like nothing to do down here. I'm just stuck. And I'm sure some of you have probably already played this. It was on other systems already. It was on PC. It was the last game that Runic Entertainment ever made. So most of you are probably sitting here screaming at the TV going, "What? I know what you need to do here." And I apologize for sucking so bad. I know that if I get up there and punch that, I can get a ladder down here, but I don't really know how to get up there in the first place. Was I there already? I don't know. So yeah, folks, this is Hob, and it's an enigma. It's as cute as you can imagine. It's as beautiful as it looks. But it's also puzzling, you know, and I don't mean that in like a generic sense of the term. It's just, it's a mystery of a game, and it's got a lot to it that doesn't just give itself to you. I wouldn't say it's difficult. This isn't like Dark Souls style content. It's difficult in the same way the greatest puzzles in Zelda are difficult, or the hardest stuff in Journey or something like that is difficult. It's not a difficult game because it's brutal and punishing. It's difficult because it's a wide open world that you really have to solve. It's a huge puzzle. And I dig that about Hob, and I think that's why a lot of players out there on the Nintendo Switch are probably going to find a lot to like about this too. I'm one of the few people out there who, while I appreciate the hell out of Legend of Zelda Breath of Wild, I did not really like the game. I missed the dungeons that were really dungeons. I missed the way things felt a little more personal in titles going back to Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and I kind of hope that the series gets back to that stage. So if you're looking for that kind of style, if you're looking for that kind of gameplay experience in sort of your top-down adventure, then you're really going to like Hob. And I think for $20, you really can't go wrong. It launches today, actually, as you're watching this video. It launches on April 4th, both on the eShop, and I think you can find it in stores too. I think they're going to do a physical release. At least I was under the impression they were, and I probably should have researched that before recording this video, but here we are, guys. I have already said that, so if I'm wrong, you're just going to have to sue me. It's out there on the internet now forever. Meanwhile, I'm going to take my own little self here, and I'm going to go figure out exactly what it is I need to be doing to get this puzzle solved. You guys have a great night. I'm Bill Murphy with NintendoOnly.com, with GameSpace.com, and MMORPG.com. And maybe if I just punch this thing, maybe that'll work. No, I totally missed it. Maybe if I get struck by lightning up here. Does anybody want to strike me with lightning? I mean, I know plenty of you actually want to strike me, but no lightning. Yeah, it's not happening. Anyway, this is Hob, the definitive edition. It is a do-play, must-play, recommended title from all of us here at NintendoOnly.com. If you missed it when it released in 2018, now is the time to pick it up again. Absolutely. Go get it on the eShop today, now. Bye.